Chimti's kitchen. Today I'm bringing you guys a recipe for vegetarian Hakka noodles. Now these are not ordinary Hakka noodles. They are the best Hakka noodles and they're even better than the ones you get in the market. Now the reason why my Hakka noodles are so great is that I use a very healthy sauce for this. Homemade Szechuan sauce, which I have actually showed you guys before on my channel. There will be a link in the description box down below for the Szechuan chutney if you want to know how to make it. Now a key issue with the noodles which we home cooks make at home is that our noodles are always overcooked. Now the reason behind this is that we take the cold water, we put our noodles into it and then we wait for the water to boil and the noodles to cook. What happens is that the noodles get cooked, sort of cooked when the water boils, and when we just we keep it in the boiling water for 2 to 3 more minutes, they get overcooked. Now my sort of like method is that I take boiling water. First I let the water boil up, and when it's at a rapid boil, I add in a teaspoon of salt, season the water, add a couple drops of oil and add in my noodles, and that just keep it for 2 to 3 minutes. And this is the way to cook noodles. And after 2 to 3 minutes, you want to take out the noodles, rinse them in water, add a little bit of oil so that it does not stick to each other, and then you want to proceed with your sauce. And I must stress that no matter what, after switching off that gas, you must not keep the noodles in the water, because that's still going to ruin it, because the water is still hot and it's still going to cook the noodles. So these are just a few tips and tricks which I am telling you guys so that your Hakka noodles can be a big success as were mine. And so without further ado, let's get cooking. To boil the noodles, we are going to first add in a pot of boiling water a teaspoon of salt and a couple of drops of oil. And then you're going to add in 1 pack of noodles. I'm using Veg Hakka Noodles. And on high heat, this is going to cook for 2 minutes. Now on a timer on 2 minutes, you can see that this is done. Now we're just going to rinse it under cold water. So for chow mein you need a cup of assortment of veggies. So I have capsicum, yellow bell pepper, cabbage and carrots, beans, anything you want. Then 2 tablespoons of homemade Szechuan chutney, 1 tablespoon of vinegar, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, and of course our noodles. So let's begin. So in a kadai, we are going to first start by adding in about 2 tablespoons of oil, and once that heats up, we are going to add in our veggies and we're going to start sauteing it. So you're just basically cooking them till their rawness goes out. You don't want to fully cook it. Add in some salt, and the same has to be done with the pasta. With the noodles, it has to be cooked al dente. You can just follow the instructions at the back of the packet. So I have been sauteing this for 2 minutes, and now we're going to add in a little bit of water and cover the lid so the veggies can steam. So now that after like 5 minutes the veggies are cooked and I cooked on low heat. So now once the water evaporates away, now that the water is evaporated, we're going to add in the vinegar, mix it well, the soy sauce, and then our Szechuan. I'm using homemade Szechuan. You guys can use store-bought ones, but as I've told you before that I'm allergic, so I'm using the homemade one. It is much better, and I also have a video on this, so I'll put a link in the description. And it's totally optional to use this, but this is much more healthier. And once that mix well, time to add in our noodles. And we're just gonna toss this with the help of a tong, with the help of the pair of tongs. I am gonna warn you, this is gonna get a little messy. But then it was just the messy part was just on my part. I'm not that good of a tosser of noodles. And you just want to nicely incorporate all of the veggies and the noodles in together. And as you can see, I've given up the tongs and I'm using 2 wooden spatulas. And that seemed to do the trick, so don't waste your time with tongs and use 2 spatulas instead. So this is done. This is done. And let's serve it up. So guys, this is our Veg Hakka Noodles. They look amazing and they taste amazing too. As you can see, I have a pair of chopsticks, so do try this recipe. Bye!